What is up, Not So Pro Football Talk? This is another episode of Bats Betting Against the Spread. It's week 16, second week of playoffs. We're not talking about that. We're talking about how amazing we did this past week with our picks. Not just kidding. We all kind of did pretty bad from what we're used to. We went 6-10. I went 7-9. AJ went 8-8. Not our best week, but we'll probably do better this week, right, guys?
Of course.
Yeah, not
Undefeated this
betting
week.
with the Packers this week.
Whoa.
Yeah. No.
You're going to pick the
no.
Panthers? That's crazy.
Hey, I don't know.
All right.
Oh
all right.
no! It's still December. I don't think Packers win in December.
Oh,
Okay.
No, getting into it, it should be a fun weekend. Everybody should be out there celebrating the holidays or whatever you guys do out there. But of course, we are going to be celebrating some freaking football. So we got a full slate this weekend and a full slate the next weekend. So it should be just a few good more weeks of football until the playoffs comes around. So we got 3 weeks left. Enjoy them because it's going to go by fast. But we'll get right into it here. Thursday night, we have the Saints versus the Rams. Rams are favored by 4.5 here. I think this one's pretty clear cut. I think I'm going to go with the Rams here. I think they cover. Saints playing well. Kamara does well. But again, I still don't know who this team is. It seems like every week their play style changes. So give me the Rams. I think they cover.
I feel like this is an appropriate spread here. I do like the Rams. I want to go with the Rams here. Kyron Williams needs to go off. Cooper Kupp needs to go off again. I like it. Let's just keep doing what we're doing.
All right. We're all in agreement. I'm also going to take Rams here minus 4.5. If it was a little bit larger, then I would feel good about the Saints, but 4.5 just feels like just the perfect amount of points for them to win.
There we go. So that was the Thursday night game there. We have the first Saturday game here at 4:30. Should be a good one. It is a divisional rivalry, if you want to call it that. The Bengals versus the Steelers. Bengals are favored by 2.5 here. I think this one's going to be a good game starting off the Christmas weekend. So I think I'm going to go with the Bengals here. I just feel like they're playing pretty well. Steelers have not been playing up to their potential, if you can call it that, but they haven't been getting wins lately. So give me the Bengals. I think they cover this one by at least a touchdown.
Historically, I love watching this matchup. The Bengals and Pittsburgh Steelers, it's a physical grind. There's going to be fights breaking out. Historically, this day's Steelers are kind of soft, and Big Ben said that on the past podcast. Give me the Cincinnati Bengals here. Jake Browning is undefeated. This guy is going to capitalize in this divisional game.
I like it. Yeah, if George Pickens put a little bit of effort on the run blocking, I would maybe feel a little bit better about picking the Steelers, but he does not. So I'm going to take the Bengals here. Jake Browning is the future quarterback for the Bengals. Get Joe Burrow out of there.
If I'm not mistaken, is Rudolph starting this game? Mason Rudolph?
Yes, he is.
Yes, that is. Wow. Okay. Good luck, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, man, it's going to be a rough one there for those Steelers fans this Christmas, but I mean, hey, not our problem, right? But we got the next game here on Saturday night. It's the Buffalo Bills versus the Chargers. This one, in the eyes of the betting world, is not going to be a very good game. Bills are favored by a whopping 13, and it is highlighted in green. Still don't know what that means, but I should have kept track of that.
I think it means it just changed because it did just change. It was at 14.5.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh, I don't know. Well, that's cool. I guess that's what it is, so we'll keep it at that. But I don't know about this one. The Bills with 13. I mean, they did just win by a lot this past week, I believe, but it seems a bit high for me. But again, I don't know what type of Chargers team we're gonna see. We haven't known that for like the past 7 weeks. Eckler just has not been playing as himself. Don't know yet if Keenan Allen is for sure 100% going to play. He should be in there, but I think I might just go with the Bills here. I don't like it, but I don't know about the Chargers right now. Yeah, give me Bills.
In fantasy football, I'm in 5 different leagues. I'm in 4 of those leagues. I'm in the playoffs. I got knocked out the first round this past week. That team had all Chargers players. I'm done with them. I'm done making excuses for them. I don't care about Keenan Allen. I don't care about Austin Eckler. I'm done with the Chargers. I liked Ian Stick last week, and he kind of stunk it up. I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills. I say they turn up late in the season. I want to stick by that.
Well, I really thought one of us was going to take the Chargers here, but it looks like none of us are. I'm taking the Bills. I've been kind of writing them the past 2 weeks, or at least after their first win. I think 2 weeks ago, I've been like, "Hey, I feel like they're really going to turn up red hot in the end of this year, potentially be a dangerous team in the playoffs." I think they continue that statement game, put a beating down on the Chargers as they have no leader as their head coach really right now.
This is very true, very true. Yeah, I mean the Buffalo Bills did put a hurting on the Cowboys. I think they pretty much can do it against the Chargers too. But Sunday got our first game here, Indianapolis Colts versus the Falcons. It is the first basically almost straight pick 'em here. -1 point there in favor for the Atlanta Falcons. I think this one is kind of opposite. I think the favor should be in the likes of the Colts. So that's who I'm going with. I'm going with the Colts.
No Jonathan Taylor, no problem. No Zach Moss, no problem. You put Trey Sermon in. That dude's a beast. I hated that the Niners let him go, a few years ago. But Jonathan Taylor's back. Supposedly he's healthy, full participant in practice, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to go with the Colts. It's Minshew mania still.
I do feel better about the Falcons now that Desmond Ritter has been sat for the rest of the season. Taylor Heineke is going to be the starter moving forward. I do feel better about them. Ritter was not the answer there, unfortunately. But I still feel better about the Colts here. I think they're a better team overall. And I just don't trust what the play calling in the Atlanta Falcons offense. So I'm going to take the Colts.
Not bad, not bad. We have been in favor in all these games. I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing, because it wasn't a good thing last week. So we'll see, we'll see. But this one we got here next should be a great one. Reed, tell us what's going to happen.
Yeah, so wow, this one just changed also. It was -4. Now we're favored by 6. Oh boy. So we're going into Carolina. There's going to be about 10 people in the stands. It's going to be a really exciting game. I really talked about us being able to beat down the Giants, beat down the Buccaneers. We didn't do either of those two things, but come on, this is the Carolina Panthers. They have not had anything good going for them all year long. They won last week, but it was a scrappy, hard-fought win down to the end, very low scoring. I don't think that they can put up enough points to challenge our offense. Our offense is firing all cylinders, looking good. I don't think they can keep up with our offense. Give me the Packers, -6.
Wow. Okay, you're going with the Green Bay Packers. That's
Of course.
of course, right? Why wouldn't you?
It is a large spread.
It is. It's pretty large. I wasn't expecting a 6 after
That-
back-to-back losses.
Yeah.
But I don't believe the Packers will lose a third game in a row, especially against the worst team in the NFL. I feel like they're going to win by a considerable amount. I think 6 is, the minimum of what they'll win by. So I will go with the Green Bay Packers here. I do feel like it will be a blowout game. I feel like Jordan Love's going to have a great game. So, go Pack, go.
All right, I like that.
Hey man, I think we're all in agreement today.
Oh, boy.
I don't know why, but I'm going with the Packers too. Carolina did put up a fight this past week, getting a dub. But I think it's going to be short lived. I don't think they're there to get too many dubs this year. They are there to try and just develop their players. They're not going out there with solidified game plans, in my opinion. I feel like there's some guys that they could be using a little bit more in their schemes on offense as well as on defense, but it is what it is. They're still a young, growing team trying to figure out who they are. But the Packers kind of have a 50-50 shot here of knowing who they are at this point in time, in my opinion. So I think they're going in the right direction. Give me the Packers.
All right.
But after that, Next game on Sunday, we have the Cleveland Browns versus the Houston Texans. This one should be good. As of now, CJ Stroud is still in concussion protocol. He has not passed it, has not been able to practice due to that. The Browns are favored by 2.5 here, off of the fact that I don't know if CJ Stroud is going to be playing, and the other players that they have lost due to season-ending injuries. I don't know if I can ride with the Texans anymore for the rest of the season. I think I'm going to go with the Browns here. I think it's pretty good to choose them on this game. So give me the Browns.
I know Houston has hope of making it to the playoffs, but let's take a business decision here. We did not expect you to go to the playoffs this year. Let's sit CJ Stroud. As Vincent said, at the time of this recording, he's still not at practice in concussion protocol. We don't want him to go up against that front D, right? We don't want that to happen. He's gonna get hit, and he's gonna get hit pretty darn hard. I'm going to go with the Cleveland Browns here. I think they have a better defense, and Joe Flacco has been a top 3 fantasy football quarterback for the past 3 weeks. What? Give me the Browns.
I'll also be taking Browns. I think them winning by a field goal is clear cut for me. Give me the Browns.
That is so crazy. I feel like there's going to be 16 teams on this dang thumbnail because we're just going to pick the same for every single one, especially this one, right, guys? You got the Seahawks versus the Titans. We are going to Tennessee, but we are favored by 2.5 here. I like this. I think we're going to win. We have 3 games that we can go ahead and win the rest of the season after we beat the Eagles at the last second. I think this is our, road to the playoffs. So give me the Seahawks. I think we can cover this for sure and win the game by at least 4 points.
So the Seattle Seahawks roll into Philadelphia with Drew Lock, and they beat the Eagles, and they're only favored by 2.5 points against the Tennessee Titans. Wow. Okay, the only thing I hope for this game is Derrick Henry to have more than 9 rushing yards. I'm going to go with the Seattle Seahawks here. I do feel like they're the more complete team, and I feel like Drew Lock's their guy. He's him. He's the guy of the future. So give me Seattle.
I want the Tennessee Titans to win. I need the Titans to win. Give me the Seahawks winning this game. I think it's clear cut and dry.
Not bad, guys. Not bad. Love the way this week is going. But next, Washington Commanders versus the Jets. I mean, I don't even know. This one might as well end in a tie. So with that being said, I think I'm going to go with the Jets. I think they're favored by 3 here. I just think this one's like a toss up. So just give me the Jets. It's whatever.
Washington Commanders are ranked 32nd in defense. New York Jets are ranked 32nd in offense. This is going to be really bad. Really, really bad. I have no idea who's starting for quarterback for the New York Jets. Sam Howell played horribly this past week, which is very disappointing. Usually I go with defense, right? Defense wins games when it comes to close calls like this. So I kind of have to go with the Jets, but they have to get Garrett Wilson involved. They didn't get him involved last week. It was very obvious. Get Garrett Wilson involved, and your Jets should have this win.
All right, I'm taking the Commanders. This is our first disagreement this entire video. I'm taking the Commanders. I don't trust that New York Jet offense without Zach Wilson in the driver's seat, and I don't know if he's going to be healthy enough for this game to play. I just trust that the Commanders can put up some type of points while the Jets offense gets shut out. Give me the Commanders.
Whoa. That would be crazy. Having the worst defense and shutting out a team. I'd love to pay that. I'd pay to see that. My bad. But we outrule Reed here. NSP's pick is going to be the Jets. But let it be known, Reed has gone against the grain for the first time this week. But we'll move on to the next game. Like we said, it's going to be a good week of football. We have the Lions versus the Vikings here. Another divisional game, as it mostly will be for the rest of the season. A lot of teams are facing one of their divisional rivals 2 times within the next 3 weeks. Should be interesting here for the first matchup with Lions and Vikings. Lions are favored by 3.5. I think I like it. The run game is good there for the Lions. Pass game is good. Laporta is on fire, and I hope he stays on fire. So give me the Lions. I think they can cover this very, very easily.
Nick Mullins was horrible last week. I mean, he played really bad, and they just named him the starter for this week. And I'm a little nervous here. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go with the Detroit Lions against my boy Nick Mullins. I hope Laporta has one hell of a game. I have him in all my leagues that's remaining. I hope Amon-Ra St. Brown has one hell of a game. I have him in all my leagues that's remaining. That's insane. I have Amon and Laporta in all those leagues. So give me the Detroit Lions and let's tear some kneecaps out.
All right. These are the two teams I hate more than anything. I hope they could potentially get a tie here. That would be really awesome for me. But give me the Lions winning -3.5. I don't like anything that's going on with the Vikings right now. Lions beat them down so hard that they can't stand next week when we beat their butts.
Not bad, not bad. Well, we're all in favor with the Lions there. Moving on to the mid-evening games here: Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This one's a straight pick 'em. Haven't had one of these in a while, but I don't know. I don't know. This one's a little tough for me. Jacksonville has not been looking like the team that they had been earlier on. We thought they might be able to take this division by storm, but they just haven't been playing up to par, in my opinion. They still have a shot to win it, especially with the Texans' woes. The Titans are going to lose this week. We know that. But I think I'm going to go with the Buccaneers here. I think they have a better shot. Baker Mayfield's been playing very well. Disregarding this past week, even before that, I feel like he was playing very, very well. So give me the Bucks here. I think a straight up game is pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. But as of right now, the time of this recording, I have no idea what's going to happen with Trevor Lawrence. Is he going to play? Is he going to be available? He's marked as questionable on Sleeper Fantasy. But hey, I mean, we called it right. Once they have a fully healthy wide receiver core, they're not going to know what to do. And I didn't know it was going to be this bad. It is pretty darn bad. As long as they give the ball to Ingram, I'm okay with it. Give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're on a roll. Baker looked really good. I really want Jacksonville to win this game. I feel like they will if Trevor Lawrence is fully healthy, but we don't know that right now. So I'm going to go with Tampa Bay. Let's go, Rashad
I
White.
will also be going with the Bucks. I like the energy, the what's going on with the Buccaneers right now. Baker Mayfield, I think he's become the solidified leader there. I think he gets a long-term extension this offseason with the Buccaneers. Give me the Bucks.
Not bad, not bad. My bad, guys. Had some ruckus going on outside my apartment, but going on to this next game, I feel like this one is the first game that I will be rooting against the Cowboys in a while. I feel like I've been giving them a lot of good faith, and they haven't been showing up, you know? So this one's clear cut for me. I think the Miami Dolphins are the better team here, even without Tyreek Hill. The Cowboys have just been getting embarrassed when they're not at home. So I don't know what it is, but if they lose this game, I think they should go back into basically a dead split tie with the Eagles. They still have the game over them, so I think they'll still be winning that division if they were to win out after this game. But I definitely think they're going to lose here in Miami. So give me the Dolphins.
I know we joked about it earlier today, but like half the offense is gone for the Miami Dolphins. And I'm talking about the whole O line, talking about Tyreek Hill. I think I also saw the tight end, Devon Achan. They're all gone, right? And I didn't look further into it, but I mean, they could have been relaxing, a little beach day, like Vince said earlier. If they're all healthy, I'm going Miami here. But with the knowledge I have now, I want to go with Dallas.
All right. I don't remember which video it was, but me and AJ were talking about this game about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I said this game was clear cut for me. Give me them boys. I think they have easily got this game. Cannot believe they're the underdogs. Yeah, Miami has a high-powered offense, but that's only with Tyreek Hill, and they don't match up very well when they play a good defense, which I think Dallas will correct their mistakes from last week and come out and win this game. Give me them Cowboys.
Not bad. I am outweighed here, so the Cowboys are NSP's pick. We'll move on to this next game. This one could be a good one. I mean, I feel like these teams are evenly matched, so maybe this one actually turns out to be good. But the Cardinals versus the Bears. This one is in Chicago. Bears are favored by 4 here. I kind of like the way they've been playing, but I've also liked a little bit of how the Cardinals start out their games. They usually put up quite a bit of points in the first quarter, maybe sometimes second quarter, but I feel like the Bears are always starting off slow. They're trying to get their rhythm, but the only thing that saves them is DJ Moore. So I think this one should be similar. I think the Cardinals start out hot, and I think the Bears will come out and be victorious here at the end of it when it's all said and done. The only thing that scares me is the -4 here. I don't know if they're going to win by more than a field goal, but I'm riding with the Bears. Give me the Bears here.
Duh, Bears. Duh, don't. I'm not taking the Bears. I'm going to go with Arizona Cardinals here. I have a hot take. I have Kyler Murray with 45 plus rushing yards. Rushing yards. He's going to get it done. He's going to get it in the end zone. They just need to utilize Connor. I don't know why they're still rotating backs over there in Arizona. Those guys are not really producing as much. But I'm going Arizona Cardinals here. I don't like the Bears defense. I'm going Arizona.
I think Eberflus and Justin Fields are unable and incapable of winning a game. Give me the Cardinals. I think they at least, at the very least, they cover this game. Okay.
Not bad, not bad. All right, Cardinals are NSP's pick here. We'll move on to the night game on Sunday. This one should be clear cut, in my opinion. We got the New England Patriots. Everything's going to down the toilet there, basically. The writing is on the wall. We had that information earlier that I talked about earlier in the week that Kraft says, Belichick is gone after the season, no matter what. So I don't think there is a good vibe there in the locker room. They don't know who their quarterback is. They're probably going to try to draft a quarterback, in my opinion, again. So I just like the Denver Broncos and how they've been playing. No, they're not the team that we thought they were going to be making this playoff push. They have had a lot of faults here and there, but I still think they can cover by 7 against the Patriots. So yeah, give me the Broncos.
It sucks because I can't even talk about Mac Jones anymore because he's not a starter. I'm so sad. I hate not talking trash about the guy, but yeah, give me the Denver Broncos here. I think New England's a hot mess. Unfortunate, right? Because we grew up with them being a powerhouse of a team, and now it's sad. It is very sad. So give me the Denver Broncos coming off a tough loss. They're going to come back and try to win it.
I don't like the spread much here. I don't know if the Broncos can win by 7. That's the thing that's hurting me. But I also don't. At the same time, I don't know if Patriots can keep it within 7. So I'm gonna flip a coin, and I'm gonna say Broncos are gonna cover.
Bad, not bad. We're all in favor there again. But moving on to Monday, we have a 3-game slate. Yeah, I am. There you go. 3-game slate. It's gonna be cool. Luckily, they're not all at the same time, so that's the good thing. Las Vegas Raiders versus the Chiefs. This one is looking like it's supposed to be another clear-cut victory for the Chiefs. They're going to become the best team again in the NFL. They're going to stay within the top 5 in power rankings, even though they should have fallen out. Same thing with the Eagles. But Kansas City's favored by a 10 here against the Raiders. I think I still like it. I think it's very doable for them if they get their stuff back on track, especially if Isaiah Pacheco comes back and is healthy. I think that will benefit them a lot. So, with that in mind and the way that I've seen his practices going towards that fact, I think I'm going to go with Kansas City Chiefs. I think they run away with this game. Poor Raiders.
This is a shout out to one of our former NSP analysts here. Give me the Raiders. I want to go with the Las Vegas Raiders here. I don't think that Kansas City could win by 10. They struggled last week against New England. Not with that whatsoever. You may have Josh Jacobs back, but even if so, who cares? You have Zamir White who just went all out. That kid looks good. Right? You make Devontae Adams get involved. You give him the ball, and good things happen. Do that against this Kansas City team, and you don't lose by 10. I'm not gonna say you win the game, but you don't lose by 10. I'm going Raiders here.
Yeah, I'm kind of wishy-washy on this. I can kind of see the Chiefs being able to cover if everything goes well for them. Tony doesn't touch the ball, Kelsey goes off, Rashid Rice goes off, but they most likely won't have Pacheco. Raiders are just coming off a great win this past week. I think the Raiders at least cover. I'm going to take the Raiders.
Nice. Now this guy's muted again, so that's pretty neat, Reed. I'm glad we are both taking the Raiders. I know it's not a very hot take. Everyone wants to take the Kansas City Chiefs, but I think their time is slowly coming to an end. Slowly but surely.
Yeah,
There
we'll
you
see.
go. Fix the problem there, guys.
There he is.
But yeah, there we are. So New York Giants versus the Eagles is our mid-evening game on Monday. This one again is another big spread. Like I kind of said earlier, I feel like the Eagles should be out of that top 5 in the power rankings for a lot of these websites and all these Instagram little profiles that do their power rankings, but they have not fallen out for some reason. It's probably because the NFL is scripted. But so Eagles are favored by 12 here. That's a big number after they just took the loss to the Seahawks. That was a game that they were supposed to win, but didn't turn out that way. And of course, as you can see, AJ here, he's talking about Tommy DeVito.
Devito.
So I think that shows y'all what direction we're going in. I think the Giants can cover this at the very least. Do I think the Eagles win? Probably, but I don't think they can win by a whole 13 or 12 since it's not 12 and a half. So yeah, give me the Giants.
One of our loyal subscribers asked us a question on our Discord, which, by the way, if you want to join our Discord, the link is down in the description. You can ask us whatever questions you want any time of day or night. The question is Browns, Eagles, or Broncos defense this week for fantasy football. And honestly, you kind of want to be like, Eagles, duh, right? But I don't know if this DeVito guy is legit. If he's legitness, right? I do not know. But this game would definitely tell us a lot. I think him and Barkley have some good chemistry going on. I think you have Darren Waller getting healthy finally, right? So I don't think the Giants lose by 12. Give me New York. And DeVito. I'm going with them.
All right. I think this whole DeVito thing has gone a little bit too far. He destroyed he destroyed the Packers defense, and it was on Monday Night Football, so everybody got all excited. His agents has got inducted into the Italian Hall of Fame apparently, and all this stuff. Listen, he got stomped into the ground last week by the Saints. Literally stomped into the ground. That's what happened. Okay. I think this is a statement game for the Eagles. I said that last week and I got burned by the Seahawks, but I'm saying this time they are not going to. There's no way they struggle 4 weeks in a row. Not against the Giants. I think they're better than that. That team is angry. They're pissed off. They're not happy right now. And I think they come out red hot in this game and beat down those Giants. Give me the Eagles.
Can I add a note to that?
Okay.
You're absolutely right, but they are unhappy with each other. There's been reports that AJ Brown has shared a few not so nice words with Jalen Hurts, and Nick Sirianni is not being the head coach that he needs to be and leading that team. It's kind of chaotic over there right now, and I, for one, absolutely love it. F Sirianni, can't stand that dude.
Easy, AJ.
Jeez. Well, again, I think at least the Eagles should be out of that number 5 spot in the power rankings because they do not deserve it. They're just imploding on themselves, and it's gonna show this week, I think. But we'll see. We outfavor Reed here, but Reed's going with the Eagles here. He thinks they have vengeance, and they're going to take it out on their NFC East rival. But we'll go on to the last game, the one that we've all been waiting for, the one that's going to be very, very festive in AJ's family home, if I'm correct there. So, AJ, tell us what's going to happen.
Ho, 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 stubble my toe. We're not mining for gold. We're mining for coal for the Baltimore Ravens. I absolutely can't wait for this game. Everyone's saying, oh, this is I don't know if everyone, I actually haven't heard it once, but I'm pretty sure it's going to come out saying that this could possibly be the Super Bowl because these are the top two leading teams for the AFC and for the NFC. I'm not fooled with the Baltimore Ravens. I feel like they're not a physical team. I feel like once they get punched in the mouth, they fold. And this spread kind of shows it, right? It's going to be a great game. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's going to be an absolute blowout, but I think it's going to be a little blowout, right? So I'll give me the San Francisco 49ers faux show. I think that the Baltimore Ravens, in order to beat the 49ers or have success, they got to fire in all cylinders starting from the first second all the way to the last. They have to outscore us. And with our defense and with our offense, that's going to be pretty darn tough.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to take the 49ers here. Picking against them is just a dumb decision, unfortunately. I just think the Ravens are not going to be able to keep up with them offensively, as AJ said. They may be able to keep up with the first quarter or two, but I think eventually that defense is going to get their way with the Ravens, right? They're going to falter a few tries, and the 49ers, they're not going to falter. Like that offense, the leaders they have, the weapons they have, the leader they have in Brock Purdy, I think they definitely win this game. Give me the 49ers -5.5.
Not too bad, guys. I think we're all going to go with the 49ers here. The main reason for me is not that I don't think that they can possibly stop the 49ers every now and then, but I think they're going to get stopped more because they do not have a run game besides Lamar Jackson. A lot of their running backs have just been going down like flies, like they always do for the past 2 or 3 years. And they're at the point where they're scraping, they're trying to get whoever they can. I believe that they just got what's his name? Melvin Gordon? Is that
Lifted off the
correct?
practice squad.
I mean, it's gonna be scraping the bottom of the pill there, guys. Melvin Gordon is and was a great running back, but not against a stacked 49ers defense who runs all over the field laterally and vertically. So I think that's where the Ravens are going to struggle a lot. It's going to be hard for Lamar Jackson to win with his arm while he's being covered, in the flats, basically. He's not going to be able to run as much as he wants to. So give us the 49ers here. Ravens are going to struggle with the run game, and that's going to be their demise. So that's it, guys. That's it for week 16, betting against the spread. As we always say here, make sure you bet responsibly with NSP. Link is down in the description with BetUS, as they are our sponsor here. Go ahead and hit the link. Get your money multiplied by 125% for some free betting. It's fun, guys. The season's winding down. Just go ahead and have some fun with it as we sadly almost have to say goodbye for the regular season and get into the playoffs. It's going to be exciting, but we just have to cherish it from now on. So do everything you can to just breathe football like we do. And other than that, guys, you guys got anything to say about week 16?
Nope, just sad that the NFL's coming to an end.
Sadly, it always has to happen, my guys. But for all you watching out there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Have some great family time or friend time or just, fun time by yourself on these happy holidays. Stay safe if you're going on the road and stay warm, guys, wherever you guys are living at. But other than that, like we always say, guys, keep on grinding.